Hey guys, welcome to Market Breakdown. I hope you're all rested and the weekend was good for you and you're prepared for the week ahead. So, firstly, I want to start with the economy because I don't know if you saw over the weekend, but U.S. government is shut down again, and this means that the news you're gonna see for the USD and the timings every day doesn't mean that they're going to happen at the exact timing. Okay, it can happen anytime. So or it cannot happen at all. So you have to be careful trading it. You wanna keep the risk intact and follow the technicals, and as well see where when the news are happening, and to know, okay, on this day at this time you can have a lot of liquidity and movements. So starting today, we had ICM manufacturing PMI at the 3 p.m. UK time. This news actually came out. It was good for the USD, but at the end of the day, I'm the technical trader, but just follow the news to see where and when I'm going to have the volume, and to understand the macroeconomics, to know, okay, DXY is bearish or bullish, etc., and what can drive the market up and down. Okay. So tomorrow on Tuesday, we have Jolt Chop openings. It's tentative, which means that it can happen anytime in the US session. That's why I said you never know, right? Wednesday, again, non-farm employment change and ICM services PMI late in the New York session. Then Thursday, we have a lot of news. So I only have the the currencies that I actually trade. So GBP in the morning, in the morning and afternoon, like 12 p.m. UK time, which is just 1 hour before the New York Open. Then we have in the New York session we have Euro, and then again unemployment claims for the USD. So the Thursday is going to be you can have two ways, two things you can have here. You can have whether we're gonna have a volume or we're not going to have a volume, or just gonna have some spikes here and there. Okay, so at the end of the day, you see what technicals are going to show you, and then you act on it. Okay, but like I said, always, like, you want to keep the risk intact. So for the Friday, last day of the first week of the February, we have the CAT, unemployment rate, and employment change, and then the USD again, right? So we're gonna see how long this US government is going to be shut down. I hope not too long, but like, if I remember correctly, what was the last time? It wasn't so much of an impact. Market kind of moved normally, So yeah. So first we're gonna start with the gold. Yeah, the famous gold. So what happened? Like guys, I think it was expected when gold is going to reach certain level psychologically. That's why I always say the numbers works very well, which is 50s, 80s, zeros, and 20s. Whether that's gonna be like 5,500 or just 80s and 20s as a pips, right? So psychological number, it collapsed it, like it wiped out a lot of stuff. Now I'm on the daily time frame. As you can see, it came right into the oops, not like that. Right into the daily order block. As you can see, it corrected. It rejected it 50%, which is nice to see. Well, so far, like, overall, we are definitely bullish. You can get wrong here. We're definitely bullish so far, but like overall, what I have this. What is this? Some bullshit. I don't even know. Okay. We're overall bullish, but obviously on the daily basis we can be bearish. I sold the gold today as well. I think a lot of traders who were expecting this drop were selling last week already. How much of this is actually real? Let's leave it like this. Okay, but technically we rejected the order block on the daily level, but I want to check the weekly as well, because we're in the new week, in the first week of February, and obviously we rejected the weekly order block as well, which is fine. It's kind of nice. Like, is a big ass rejection, you know, but the week is currently bearish. Now we're gonna see on the daily basis and on the H4 how we're gonna develop the price action throughout the week, whether we can, you know, because like overall we're bullish, but currently we're bearish. We can still flip the scenario and we can move higher, and the target obviously is going to be the ATH, right? So H4 in terms of levels and zones, oh nice, okay, came into the fair value gap on H4 as well, the order block here, so everything is currently connected. Now what I'm going to do is simple. So I'm going to draw the zone here. Like usually price test stuff twice, right? Usually. So in case price returns to the downside at this level, which is 4,500 as a psychological number. So let me pop the level right there. Let's round it. Coordinates. Just 400, 5,000, like that. Okay, so in case it returns to this region, I'm going to look for setups, possibly longs. If it rejects, respects, whatever the case may be. H1. So we had a nice rejection today in the before London, obviously, as you can see, 6 a.m. 2 hours before London, we had this rejection of this level. Price immediately pushed higher throughout London. New York slowly retraced it to the downside, currently rejecting. So this is the candles I was shorting and buying on 1 minute time frame, obviously, because it's too volatile. Like stop loss is huge. So I was trading on 1 minute and 5 minute. Now, in case of setup, so I think this is the daily high. No, it's not. Let me see the price action Monday. Yeah, this is the daily high. Okay, anyway, so we had this push higher. The last high was there to make this low, so it was broken, so we can say break of structure, right? But still, I'm not too confident, you know, that we are here already, that we can go like crazy into the longs. We have to see a lot of stuff happening before that. 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, as you can see, if you trade patterns, I don't, but if you do, you can spot the head and shoulder inverted one. Obviously you can spot this. We had a nice impulse movement to the upside, a bit of the range in the New York session, collapsed down below the lows, kind of breakout, but it's not. And then we're trading at this region as of this moment. So we're gonna see what will happen. So I still expect price returning down into that region, see what's up. In terms of how I decide if I want to trade or not. So let's say we have this region here, price comes in. I want to see rejections like this. This is the first thing that I want to see, some sort of structure, volume being built up in structure. I want to see break of structure to the upside to confirm. Then this is the impulse move that broke the structure. I want to see just a pullback, boom, and you have a trade. So this is some scenario I want to see in case price actually comes to this level. If no, then obviously we're gonna react and execute from where we are as of this moment, right? Because like imagine guys, imagine we had this nice order block. As you can see, it's a nice supply area to the downside. It's a nice supply area. We had this nice order block here at a very big bullish candle, 50% rejected today to the D, sell off. This is where I shorted from this point, from this order block. So I shorted this move to the downside. And in this case, there's a lot of shorts in it still. We have a lot of liquidity to the upside. You know, you can just drag a trend line and you can see like a lot of liquidity. It doesn't say that trend line is liquidity, blah, 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 but you know, it can help to visual things and understand better. And the short-term high, we have this one. And if we want to see the break up to above, you know, the same scenario that I would expect to happen here at this region. So we just have to see what's up, whether we're gonna trade from this point or we're gonna trade from this point, or we're not going to trade at all. Okay, so not every day is setup day, not every day you can trade. You want to pick the A+ setups all the time and not just, you know, aping like monkeys. every day because someone on Instagram story said so. Okay, keep it smart. So gold, this is it. Let's move to what just happened? GBPUSD. Let's move to GBPUSD, which is my second pair. Okay, weekly. So weekly. So what happens? Okay, we have two scenarios. I think one. So last week I was talking to my student. We had one-on-one session, and I was saying, look, on the weekly time frame, we had a weekly highs that previous week actually took it out. So this is liquidity take. It didn't close above the highs. It didn't broke above. It's just liquidity sweep to the left side, right? So this high is taken out. This high is taken out. And given the fact how price actually closed on the weekly basis, and given the fact how price opened up, went higher, rejected, falling down, right? So we do have weekly fair value gap. We do have this one. So I do expect price pulling in, because if you look at the latest movement prior to this rejection, we have an impulse, correction, impulse, and we have a strong candle that surpassed 3 weeks, and then we just have fair value gap, which is a very nice indication. So we took the liquidity to the left side. We opened up bearish, which is fine. Daily time frame confirms it. And if you look at like this, we have a structure here. We have a structure, impulse, and currently we are in correction phase to the downside. So I will definitely expect price to come at least to this point. Okay, like that. Why? Because this is daily fair value gap. Daily fair value gap, currently in between this week and this one, and we have a structure high, so we can expect rejections as well from this point, right? Let me drag a fib real quick. 705 right at the spot. Love it. Okay, and we have a level. So we are 34.90. We have a 35.0 just above. So I like numbers. I'm gonna just put it 10 pips above 0.0. And we have a psychological number. We have a daily fair value gap. We have a bullish bias overall here, right? We're just in correction phase as of this moment on the daily time frame. If you don't want to short it, you can still wait, for price to actually reach this region and then go from there. But if we can get a setup, why not, right? So at the very top on H4, we made a double top. We collapsed. We broke the structure. We broke this low that made this last high. We broke the low. We are currently pushing down. We broke this region as well, which is, let me see. No, we kind of didn't. We're still holding up there. This is a small pause in the market, as you can see, small structure. It's not actually good, but still. We are pausing here. We are currently rejecting. So we're gonna see. I'm definitely expecting price to actually reach this daily fair value gap, and then we go from there. But let me see on the lower time frames what we have on H1. Okay, okay. Let's see what happened today. So Asian session, a range. London, let's see. Okay, London through New York, collapse to the downside. Okay, we have an impulse movement to the downside from London to New York session. We made a low, fine. Okay, we made a low. Let me drag this out. We made a low. We broke the structure. Here, break of structure. Let me see lower time frames. Maybe we have a setup tomorrow. I don't know. The great impulse movement. We still have small fair value gap down here. Let me see 515. Okay, so far we are currently rejecting the low of this structure from the Asian session that price broke, right? So it depends how tomorrow daily candle and H4 is going to look like in the London session to know, okay, where we're going to go. Like overall, we know the picture. We know, okay, daily fair value gap is down there. We have a momentum as of this moment. H4 is falling down as well. We know, okay, it's very possible that price is actually going to push down, but we still have to see the setup happening in order to confirm that. Because like on 15-minute, we have this order block, we have fair value gap. But the problem is that this high made this low and this high wasn't broken. As you can see, it was rejected. So this is not valid. It's gamble. You're gonna lose. Okay, maybe it's going to go, if you want to trade it, maybe it's going to go, okay, yeah, a bit profit and then boom, and like this. So we can expect this low to be taken out. I don't think it's going to be protected. We can expect this low to be taken out tomorrow, like I describe it, and then we can, boom, push to the upside. So this is one scenario, right? We just have to be patient and to see if this is actually going to happen, okay? But like I said, keep in mind the higher time frame picture, okay? I'm going to watch my price at this. I'm going to watch the price happen for this scenario, okay, guys? Okay, hope you understand. Okay, DXY. I didn't do actual analysis on DXY, just look at the buys just to see, okay, where we at, where we can go. So DXY definitely made a killing last week. Bloodbath. Now we are in the V-shaped retracement, which is normal after the major collapse. So definitely we are looking at, so like overall I'm still bearish, but we're definitely looking at some levels to where price can go. So first level we are currently at this level, and then the next level will maybe be this, which is daily. Let's see, weekly. Oof, whoa. So weekly definitely have fair value gap to keep touch, but still first is this low, right? If this low gets rejected, then we are falling down. If not, we're going higher to cover the whole thing, right? But I think it's going to happen like this. Okay, USDCHF. This is analysis from previous week, so I don't need to do anything here. I can just explain. So weekly fair value gap above, it's similar to DXY, and the daily fair value gap here you're gonna see clearly. We have the daily order block as well. The last collapse to broke the structure, fair value gap order block, and the level 80, as you can see, right? So I think that I'm not going to do anything until I see until I see USDCHF there, but this is not my main pair, so I don't know if I'm going to trade it anyway, okay? GJ, well, bullshit, not touching that, so I'm not going to explain anything because I don't like it. I don't like the price action. It's BS for my view. Maybe you guys love it. Currently I don't. Okay, so to wrap it up, gold, two scenarios. We're gonna see what's up here tomorrow prior to New York session. GBPUSD, it's more likely to happen. We're gonna see at this region. I wanna see this low getting taken out, and then go from there. And kind of that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you're gonna have any questions, let me know. Bye bye. Wish you a best week.